What up, YouTube? It's your boy Cobra back at it. Check out the merchandise. I got a 4B's t-shirt that says beer, bacon, boobs, and bud because that's what's up. Yes, and if you love bacon, I also have another shirt. We at it, man. We are at it like never before. Hmm. Anywho, YouTube, I do appreciate y'all tuning in to the stream. Wicked. Got another shirt right here that says, I love bacon. Yes. What are we drinking? Well, we'll get into that. We will get into that. But first, Blair White released a new video called Fat Positivity TikTok is Insane. So, what do we have to drink? We have a Villa M sweet red wine, and we're gonna mix it with some Mountain Dew just to piss off the wine snobs. Yeah, cheap wine and some soda pop. And nothing screams goth like drinking red wine out of a Jack Skellington goblet. Yeah, this red wine is actually really freaking delicious. Normally I go with Apothic Dark Red, but I figured I'd try something different. Not a sponsor. And pour some more in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's pretty good by itself. It's got really nice. That's really fucking good red wine. Dude, I can get down with this. This is really good red wine. If you ever get a chance, there's the logo, 21 and up. Now we're going to splash it with some dew. Drink combination. I call it Cobra's Blood. Why not? Cheers.
Here's your reminder that fat phobia is rooted in racism.
Oh, God damn it. Why, dude? No. Fat phobia is not rooted in racism, you retarded bitch. Oh my fucking God. I'm so sick and tired of everyone race baiting everything. Everything's racist. Everything's fucking sexist. And everything's offensive. Wah.
Actually, I do want to be fat because bellies are beautiful.
That's fatphobic as. Nah, okay. There's nothing wrong with loving your body, whether you're fat, skinny, no titties, no ass, busted ass face. Nothing wrong with being positive about the way you look, but there's a big difference between being confident and being narcissistic. Oh boy. I don't care if you're fat. If you're a decent person, you know what I'm saying? You're a decent person. I literally had to go out and have a cigarette before doing this video.
Yeah. Hi, welcome back to my channel. So before I forget, can someone please tell me in the comments what exactly is the issue with me drinking black coffee? Because every time I do, the comments are full of people saying that I'm crazy, that I'm a psychopath, that I'm a serial killer just because I drink black coffee. Like,
I drink black coffee too. Fucking, you know what? Seriously, who gives a shit what you drink, Blair White? It's your body. Do what you want with it. Fuck the assholes. You want to judge people all the time, and I'm so sick and tired of it.
what is the stigma against black coffee? And do you also have an issue with white coffee, or?
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about racist? You don't like her drinking black coffee? Why? Because that coffee's black, you racist coffee heads.
You know that I have gone down many a rabbit hole on this channel. Actually, we've done it together on this TikTok. We've done everything together. I love you guys. We've really grown together. We've had trans TikTok. We've had the woke white saviors of TikTok. We've had detransitioner TikTok. We've had the woke teachers TikTok. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the fat activists of TikTok. It just sounds so funny because
It's some of these people. Now, look, the root of this problem is that people who are fat have been fat shamed, much like trans and gay people, for ages. For a while, being super skinny was all the rage, and now we're in a society that says love your body, and yeah.
the only scenario in which I'd like call someone fat like that because they call themselves fat. Now, disclaimer, I don't hate fat people. Despite whatever childish spin people want to take from this video or interpretation they very desperately want to have. I hate when people lie and say that it is healthy to be fat. I hate when people disregard science for the sake of feelings. I hate when people make being fat their identity and thus create it as some sort of impenetrable shield that no one can criticize.
Yeah, I actually agree with Blair White 100%. Nothing wrong with being fat. It's unhealthy, but shit, what isn't unhealthy for you these days? And when you make it all about your identity versus, you know what I'm saying, that's where it gets annoying. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with being gay, lesbian, trans, whatever. As long as you ain't a sick fuck, who cares? You know what I'm saying? And it gets annoying when that becomes your entire identity. That's where people get annoyed by it.
When fat activists try to cancel celebrities for losing weight and deciding to be healthy, because then you have to get checked. It's just, it is what it is. I also understand body issues. Is there anyone that's going to deny that I, of all people, kind of understand body issues of like every type? And we're going to look at the fat activists on TikTok today because, as with every other sort of like social or activist group that exists on the platform, TikTok really heightens the crazy when it comes to this because you can get banned or get a community guideline strike so easy on TikTok, easier than any other platform. So you have these activists and these woke people saying this just crazy shit. No one can push back because criticism equals bullying in the eyes of TikTok. So it just gets crazier and crazier because there's nothing to balance out the crazy.
As someone that gets criticized all the time, a little bit of constructive criticism is great. But again, there's a fine line between being an asshole and just constructive criticism. So here we go. TikTok at, I don't even want to say your name, just some chick with blue hair.
Here's your reminder that fat phobia is rooted in racism.
Oh my God. So if you have some alcohol handy, every time someone says something really stupid on TikTok, we're going to take a drink.
Always, if you haven't read this book,
What?
go do that.
I'm not.
The main thing to understand is that for the last 300-ish years, white folks have been marketing fatness as a Black trait.
Are you stupid, girl? Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen this one before. This one went pretty viral. It's like, y'all will really just say anything, huh? See, this is one of my main issues with this group is they try to make being fat some sort of like minority group, and they try to compare racism, homophobia, transphobia to like being discriminated against because you're fat. And granted, I'm sure there are absolutely situations in which someone is going to be discriminated against because they're fat. But to act as if a choice for most people, which is eating yourself into this state, I'm saying most. Some people are definitely obese for other reasons. But to compare like people who
some people don't choose this life, dude.
To not move and eat a lot to being born Black or being born gay, etc. It's like, you have some damn nerve, girl.
Some people are born fat and they can't help it. So I see where the TikTok side of the argument's coming from.
Have nerve. Why do they always have blue hair? Remember when like multicolored hair was for cool people?
Fat phobia survives through intergenerational trauma. It causes parents to look at their children and say, your life would be better if your body was different. We try to reach through generations to save each other from the pain.
And do you know how hard it is to maintain a six-pack abs? Food's delicious, dude. Get out of here.
Exclusion, of bigotry, of discrimination. And in turn, we become the gatekeepers, deciding which
She is so serious, huh?
Are not. Making children aware that their bodies are a cause for concern.
Okay, but like being obese shouldn't be acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable for yourself if you are obese. You should want to change. This is the problem. It's like
stop. Blair White, stop. Okay, the whole body positivity fat movement, some people can't change. You know what I'm saying? There are people out there who are so fat that the only thing they have for options are gastric bypass surgery. So fat positivity is for those who feel insecure about their bodies and feel like, oh, hey, you know what I'm saying? Some people want to change, but they can't, so they just accept it for what it is.
Like they're arguing for skin tone or sexual orientation to be acceptable.
Making children aware that their bodies are a cause for concern and are being watched closely. We experience weight cycling as we attempt to become smaller over and over again, and we think, if I could just teach my child good habits, that sugar is bad and exercise is mandatory and checking in with your body is unnecessary. Actually, what we are teaching them is disorder, eating, weight stigma, the body hierarchy, and a complete disconnection from and distrust of our bodies. We learn to fear fat and we gift that to them as if it will protect them.
I've stood strong against the mandates of Dr. Fauci, but I need help. That's why I'm endorsing Harriet Hageman for.
You should fear being fat. And it should protect your child to let them know it's unhealthy to be fat. Why would anyone want their child to live a third of how long they could live? Like it's like, do they understand people die being this way? Do you understand you're not going to exist at that weight at 55, 60, 70 years old? Like there are no obese 70-year-olds because they don't live that long. It's just so corny to me how they're so serious. Like, take a Xanny.
Do you want to see a real body? Still beautiful, still worthy.
There's nothing wrong with body positivity and loving yourself and saying, you know what, I accept the way I am. And if you can change it, that's another thing. Like, there are some people who can change it, but they choose not to. It's not just about accepting your body because you can't change it. It's about personal choice, because some people choose this life. Why? I don't know. I don't care. Your life, not my judgment. As long as you ain't a sick fuck, I don't care.
I think it's funny how these body positivity people and fat activists say this is a real body, as if being thin and not having body hair is somehow not real. Like, it's real, it's just not you. So why are you implying that only...
And oh, and the irony, you're going to discriminate against people who are thinner than you and then bitch because...
the only real bodies are people who don't take care of themselves, people who eat themselves into obesity. Like, what are you trying to argue for here? It would be as stupid as me saying, do you want to see a real body? I have more plastic in me, probably than actually she has food in her. Your body doesn't need to change. The way you think about it does. Stop being so hard on yourself. You are beautiful just the way you are. But see, that's the problem, Miss Girl, is that telling people they don't need to change if they're unhealthy, this is a...
You know what? It's not your body, Blair. Like, I'm not trying to disagree with Blair White here, but have you ever had to struggle with being fat or finding acceptance amongst your peers? Have you ever had to go into a clothing store that sells shirts for extra, extra large people? The stigma of it and everything. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you know what? Let me ask you this. Okay, if you're fat and you can't change a fucking thing about it, the only option you have is surgery, and it's a surgery you can't afford. What's better? You know what I'm saying? Maintaining a healthy diet and just accepting the fact that you're going to be fat the rest of your life, or sitting around being depressed about it. And you notice that primarily this whole fat positivity movement is strictly for women, because women are put to a higher beauty standard than dudes.
Actively incorrect and terrible advice. Saying that someone is obese but doesn't need to change is saying that you don't care about how long they live. You don't care if they're unhealthy. You don't care if they feel sick all the time.
And you shouldn't care. It's not your body. It's none of your fucking business. What's wrong with making someone feel good about the way they look? When you go your whole life being fat and overweight, and people looking at you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
To me, that's just not a friend. Now, granted, don't ever give unsolicited advice to someone's body. I would never do that. It's not like You know, people love going to the most extreme. So I'm sure some people are saying, oh my God, Blair would really go up to like an obese person and say, lose weight. No, are you stupid? That's so rude and disgusting. However, if anyone who is obese asked me if they thought they needed to change, I would say yes, because I want you to live longer. I want you to be healthy.
If someone came up to me and that was fat and said, do you need to change? Do I need to change? I'd be like, change if you want to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't go up to someone and be like, oh my God. You know, if someone came up to me and was like, hey, Cobra, I'm like 500 pounds overweight. What do you think? I'm like, you know, if you want to change, do it. If not, that's your choice too, you know?
I want you to feel good. And it's very toxic that part of these people.
Yeah. You know what's toxic is you want people to feel good, but this argument is so frustrating. If you want people to feel good, then don't like pressure them to change. You cannot force someone to change, YouTube.
Activism, I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was just like, hey, stop being rude to fat people, stop being rude to obese people. They are people too. But they go into these talking points of like, you're beautiful, you don't need to change, fat phobia.
Instead of saying you're beautiful, you don't need to change, say accept yourself for the way you are, or change if you want to. That's the difference.
This fat phobia is rooted in racism. They just take it too damn far. But there's nothing wrong with you physically. You've got the kind of looks that make other girls mentally ill. So stop it. You don't need
I gotta take a piss. Hold up 1 second. That's what kills me about it, YouTube. It's like if someone were to come up to Blair White and start spouting off all this transphobic bullshit, you'd hear Blair White saying, well, I'm beautiful just the way I am and you can't change me. But somehow it's different for these fat individuals because being fat's unhealthy. Yeah.
Surgery. You're perfect.
And this is not an attack on Blair White. This is just my 2 cents. Take it or leave it.
Again, you should not be encouraging that this is perfection.
So what's Big Ben, the clock tower's favorite social media app? I heard it was TikTok. Josh jokes be like.
Say anything about me, but you cannot say I'm inconsistent on this issue. Look at everything I've said about Eugenia Cooney, who is, you can just see.
That is just the worst. Okay, you know what? That's fair point. I feel sorry for Eugenia Cooney. I don't know what kind of mental disorder she has. You know what I'm saying? I'll continue to support her, regardless of what size she is. But that's, you know, it's never you're too fat, you know what I'm saying, or too skinny, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's never you're just at the right size. That's what pisses me off about our society. That's like saying you're going to compare Eugenia Cooney to Nick Avocado. It's like, dude.
Here, right? I've always said that the problem with Eugenia Cooney is that she's glorifying being that thin to her audience of young females. So,
to a degree, yeah, but you know, you don't know what kind of shit Eugenia Cooney goes through.
Same way that I'm going to be mad about anorexic people or people that are unhealthily thin, glorifying that and saying you're perfect just the way you are, I'm going to have an issue with someone this morbidly obese saying it. It's not a good message to put out. And the fact that this is like a group of people that have like an ideology and like are to be respected, I don't respect it. Period.
Actually, I do want to.
Yeah, but you do realize that if the plastic were to pop or explode, that could be super toxic for your body. I'm just saying those fake tits of yours, and I would never wish ill intent on anyone, but I'm just saying.
Fat, but his belly is beautiful.
That's your opinion, honey. You keep that confidence.
Go to Fabletics.com today and get 70% off every single thing. It's our biggest sale of the year.
Yeah, if she's too big to do reverse cowgirl laying down, it ain't happening for me. Yeah.
Why are you breathing like that, Wackaside? When you're that heavy, you do have bad breathing issues. So, I mean.
In this episode of Fat Phobia on TikTok, I take on the fat face filter. Just in case you didn't know, that's fat phobic as yeah. Stop doing it.
So they have fat face. Like there's like black face. Some people go as far as saying there's woman face and get offended by that. These hoes have fat face. Girl, y'all just need like a job or a hobby. I'm sorry. You really do. Like you become employed.
Does TikTok really have a fat face filter? That's just wow.
With her arms out in a cornfield, that is a scarecrow.
I swear to God, these like groups are all the same.
With her arms.
Okay, and then you got people like this who are on TikTok saying that there are some people who say that it's not that they hate fat people, it's just that they don't find them attractive. It's a preference. Right. Notice how that preference changes when they refuse to date people of the same weight? Yeah. I'm not here to shit on fat people. I'm just saying, like, if you got a fat bitch, just fucking 600 pounds of damn, saying she wants the skinny guy with six-pack abs and a rocking hard body. But when he says, no, you're not my type, oh my God, she'll go off on him about what a piece of shit he is and how he can't handle a strong woman. Wah. But when it's gender reversed, men are pigs and we're fat shaming. Yeah. And just because you get rejected for being too fat for someone's taste doesn't mean shit. You'll find somebody. Just keep your head up and keep waiting patiently. You'll find somebody to love you for the way you are. You one of those chicks who's like 400 pounds overweight, and you want the buff fireman type, the kind of guy who can make you the meanest, the most delicious German chocolate cake ever, and fucking eat your fat pussy out while you're eating it. You'll find that kind of guy. You just got to keep waiting patiently, dude.
I swear to God.
It's not fat phobia to have a preference, okay? Everyone's allowed to have preferences as long as you ain't a sick fuck. What? There's a difference. Do they go out of their way to harass you because you're fat, or they're just saying, no, that's not my type? Big difference between you're going to go out of their way to harass people because of it, or, you know what I'm saying? God damn it, society is so stupid.
These like groups are all the same, just about a different issue. So it's like the trans TikToks are saying if you don't date trans people, you're transphobic. The fat ones, if you don't date fat people, you're fat phobic. I can't.
Some people's biggest fear is being fat. And I'm sorry, but if your worst fear is looking like me, you have some bigger problems in your life. Like, are you kidding?
Oh my God. You remember when Adele first came onto the scene? You know, the never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I'd beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love. Yeah, you know that shit, right? Yeah. Well, Adele decided she wanted to lose some goddamn weight, and everyone was praising her for her fatness. But the second she lost weight, they turned on her like fucking piranhas and sharks, dude. Like, oh my God, how dare you? And it's like, okay, but isn't the whole thing about fat positivity accepting your body and saying you're healthy at any size, but then turn around and as soon as Adele loses weight, the hypocrisy of it, it's enough to make me want to drink. Bigger question, do you want some cheese to go with that wine? Haha. There were two reasons why we have the fat positivity movement, because one, it's about loving your body, and two, because women hate competition, right? I'm not saying this is true, but if the majority of dudes tend to go after chicks who are a little bit skinnier, of course, these women who hate competition are going to encourage their friends, hey, honey, it's okay. You love yourself for the way you are. So they can pat themselves on the back like, oh, I'm such a good person. While secretly like, I hope that bitch doesn't lose weight. Ugh. But in all fairness, losing weight and maintaining that weight is difficult because food is delicious. I love beer, bacon, cheeseburgers, and pizza. So,
Are you kidding? Stop.
Okay. People who try to act like they're good people, like, oh, I care. That's why I say you should live your best life. Need to shut the fuck up. And people out there who are like this bitch on TikTok. If your biggest fear is looking like me, how about we just quit judging each other for the way we look? No, seriously, would it fucking kill people to be like, I don't care what they look like as long as they're a decent person, they're not a sick fuck, and they treat me with respect. I'll treat them with respect, and then we can all just smoke some weed, drink some wine, and get along. Am I right, folks? Like fucking Jesus Christ. Yeah, for a trans woman, Blair White's kind of hot, but that's neither here nor there. Now, I'm not into trans like that, but I will acknowledge it for what it is. Blair White's hot for a trans woman. If I was into that and she was single, yeah.
6 ways to be a fat ally. Treat fat people with respect and dignity. I agree with that. Call out fat.
Yeah, I agree with that too, but respect is a two-way street. You shouldn't expect people to respect you if you don't respect them.
When you hear it and see it.
So 5 ways to be a fat ally. Treat fat people with respect and dignity. I'll drink to that. Call out fat phobia when you hear it and or see it. Yeah. Seek out fat stories from fat people. Believe in fat people. Ask restaurants, bars, and special event venues, etc., to provide size inclusive seating options. Take fat friends and family to fat accessible spaces. Okay. I mean, this is, I don't want to offend anyone, but for the people who can't help it, I'm all for it 100%. But for the people who choose that lifestyle on purpose because they're lazy and they don't want to do anything, which is a stereotype of these individuals. I mean, yeah, to a degree, you should make everyone feel safe, secure, and sexy and appreciated. But there's a big difference between, well, this person's in a wheelchair because they have spinal issues, and this person just chose to be 400 pounds overweight. So it's like, I don't know, like,
We probably can't agree on what that is. Seek out fat stories from fat people. Nah, girl, I'm not going
beer
to.
gut.
Believe fat people. About what? Ask restaurants, bars, special events, venues, etc., to provide size inclusive seating options.
Life is hard. Life is depressing. Even if you don't smoke cigarettes and drink alcohol like I do, food is comfort. Food does not judge you. It just says, eat me and feel better about yourself.
Do that yourself. I'm not going to do that for you. Take fat friends and family to fat accessible spaces. See, why are they making it this much of like their identity? I know I've been kind of bitchy this whole video, but I'm genuinely now actually feeling kind of sad. Like, that's some dark stuff. To be so unhealthy and to have just no hope in ever changing it, so you convert it to.
That's how it feels, though, Blair. I don't want to speak for every fat individual, but for the motherfuckers out there that want to change, they've tried dieting and exercising. They're sitting there munching on a salad going, oh, this tastes like shit. I'd rather have pizza, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel hopeless, you know, because life will kick you in the balls and then keep kicking you while you're down. That's when you got to get back up and fucking punch life in the fucking face and be like, not today, motherfucker. I don't care if you're fat, skinny, whatever, you know? And regrettably, like I said, food is delicious. Oh boy.
Like, oh, this is just who I am then. You don't have.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you know, these people should feel safe and comfortable in their own skin. And if the events you're going to do not make it fat friendly, then just go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Don't make a big scene about it. Just go somewhere else. Because I hate to say it, but everyone's got fucking problems, dude. It's not just, you know what I'm saying, if you want to call being fat a problem, but, you know, hey, we've all got problems. Life's depressing. We all die alone. And, yeah, you make the best of it.
Accept that this is you. Take it from someone who's changed their life. and become.
Because I'm not going to talk shit on somebody just because of their weight. Because let's be honest, I got a beer gut and I love nacho cheese Doritos. Frito-Lay, what up?
Completely unrecognizable in every way. I'm not just talking about physically, from point A to point B. You can absolutely change your life. And it is genuinely making me upset that this.
Okay, why does it make you upset? Because they can change their life if they choose not to, or because they can't? How is it any of your business? Like, why? How does it possibly bother you that people you don't even know existing on the internet alongside your trans ass? One second.
Girl has just accepted this is part of who she is. It's not part of who you are. That's so upsetting.
And
It kind of is part of who they are because sometimes they can't control it.
you wonder why we don't trust these people.
Her voice.
It happens every single time. Every single time. This is from today. This is from today.
Okay, if fat people are going to say you shouldn't shame us because we're fat, then they shouldn't shame people because someone else is skinny. Because either you're jealous you can't maintain that weight or what have you. It's a two-way street, people. It takes two to fight. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, you ever go to a carnival? The state fair? You're walking around and it's like, get your deep fried Snickers wrapped in bacon. Deep fried Snickers wrapped in bacon. Deep fried Twinkies wrapped in bacon. We got deep fried Reese's Cups, deep fried Oreos wrapped in bacon. You go to fucking McDonald's and they take the Big Mac and they add an extra slice to the second patty, smother it in bacon and Big Mac sauce, and then they deep fry it. And they give it to you with an EpiPen and some insulin. Because that's what the adult Happy Meal consists of at McDonald's. But ow, my arteries. I'm loving it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Wasn't fat rep. Was not ever fat rep. Unapologetic fat
Which side note, doesn't it just sound fucking dank as shit? Oof.
actors forever and only till the end of time. This is bull.
Rebel Wilson poses in a swimsuit and tells fans it's never too late to improve yourself. The Pitch Perfect star has lost more than 60 pounds after revamping her diet and exercise habits. Why the fuck is this person on TikTok complaining? You have people like Tess Holiday, bless her soul, doing their thing, posing in a swimsuit, and it's just like, not good for you. As long as she's of age and consenting and, you know what I'm saying, you're into it, who cares? You know what I'm saying?
That is another thing that didn't go into these TikToks. I've seen that so many of these people get so upset.
That's what pisses me off about people, and they're like, oh my God, Cobra, quit kink shaming. That only applies to people who aren't fucked in the head. Fuck sickos, dude.
When people leave the group, similar to detransitioners leaving the trans group, anyone leaving a cult, really, it's like they leave and then they attack. So there are TikToks from people within the fat positivity movement, you know, saying how frustrating it is when people leave, or how frustrating it is when people change their minds and say that they want to become healthy. So you know you're a toxic individual when it's not just your own body that you're harming, but you want others to continue in that harm.
It's because they want to feel accepted and appreciated, and they want to feel like they have a place to belong. That's why they're encouraging this crap. Because when you're the majority of the population, when everyone, it's all, you know what I'm saying? Like women, you get mixed messages. You're being told it's okay if you're fat. Love your body for the way it is. And then you're watching YouTube and here's an ad for Planet fucking Fitness. If you want to lose stubborn belly fat, blah, 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 blah. Fuck off, dude.
Being fat, your identity, and protecting it with such an intensity that you end up abandoning all logic, all reason, and becoming this weird cult is the problem here. And attempting to conflate it with...
It's not a cult per se. It's just people trying to find acceptance in life. That's just the way I look at it.
Actual marginalized groups that do face discrimination, real discrimination based on how they were born rather than their choices.
Mm-hmm. You are right, but at the same time, not everyone chooses to be fat. Some people are just born like that, Blair.
Is offensive. I personally believe in anyone's right to do anything with their body, including eating themselves into obesity. However, the moment you start acting like you're doing,
You say you believe in that, but you're going on your video saying like, oh my God, you guys, this makes me sad that people choose this lifestyle. It's like you're kind of contradicting yourself on that one. Again, no hate. You're doing your thing, I'm doing mine.
revolutionary by being that is the moment I'm going to say something. And everyone should say something. Eating Twinkies is not revolutionary, sis. It's just not.
No, eating Twinkies is delicious.
Body positivity, in my eyes, should be reserved for people who are learning to cope with things that they actually cannot change, like missing limbs, being born with, or incurring some sort of.
Okay. Let me ask Blair White this. If someone told you that you were not allowed to love your body because you're trans and you're a freaking freak for doing it, you're not a real woman, you would probably have a fucking bitch fit. The estrogen that you freshly injected yourself with that morning, you'd be like, oh my God. But you know, and who the fuck are you to talk about body positivity? If someone were to crap on you because you're trans, you'd have a fit about it, and rightfully so. You shouldn't judge people just because they're trans.
Deformity they have to learn how to be okay with. So calling it body positivity, there's nothing positive about cutting your lifespan into a third because
we're all gonna fucking die someday, Blair White. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. And you know how hard it is to maintain a six-pack abs? Like Jesus fucking Christ, you and your buddies are like, hey, we're going to Texas Roadhouse. You want to come with? Sure, why not? All of your friends are sitting there getting these big-ass steaks and big-ass bacon cheeseburgers and slamming it with beer, French fries, and eating the peanuts. And the waiter or waitress comes over, sir, man, what would you like? And you're just like, I'd like a salad. And you're looking at this salad like, I hate my life, but it's for my body. I want to live longer than all you fat fucks. I'll show you. Yeah, you'll show them what? You're fucking miserable. Your friends are all sitting there eating steak, blood and grease just dripping from their mouth from the succulent juiciness of that delicious beef. And watching them eat that just makes you go, fuck, I should have got a steak.
You want to. And I hope all these women definitely change. Also, I've noticed.
Yeah, but didn't you just get done? Hold up. If someone made you change, you would tell them, I'm perfect the way I am. You can't make me change. So I kind of feel like, yeah, you're contradicting yourself pretty hard here.
It's like exclusively women in this movement. There are no men.
Yeah. Like I said, because women are put to a higher beauty standard.
Make of that what you will. Talk about that in the comments. Why is there no men in this movement? I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe to this channel as well as my second channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram because I post on there way more than I do on here. So you have to follow those to keep up with me. And I love you guys. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye. Jesus Christ. There's nothing wrong with being informed on issues. However, the whole being woke on certain issues, it has its pros and its cons. I like watching Blair White. I don't care. I support her. I don't care if she's trans. I wouldn't say the L word about it, but Chatterbait coming in nicely. Saying that Blair White is not a female, yeah, I'm going to have to ban you for that comment. We're not going to have that transphobic language on my channel. I mean, want to have that argument? You know what I'm saying? Danny Filth, I honestly don't care. Gothy is a clout-chasing cunt. I didn't reject her. All I said was, let's take things slow and see where it goes. And she took it as, oh my God, he rejected me. And started all this, trying to start all this drama just to get a reaction. And I'm like, I'm going to just ignore her and do my thing. So what does she do? Of course, she starts clout chasing Richie Wright, the challenge master. And it's just sad, dude. But that's all I'm going to say on that. You know how long is this video? 46 minutes. Anyways, thanks for watching the video response. Catch you later.